Welcome. The collective is here for your information, knowledge, and love. What we ask of you is to sit and listen. Listen to the vibration. Listen to the frequency. Center yourself in the frequency. Center yourself in this vibration. Allowing your essence to be connected to this frequency. This is where the information, this is where the knowledge, this is where the healing resides. Your ears will hear the words, your body will process the words, but your essence will absorb the frequency. You are in a season of manifestation. This season of manifestation is upon you. What you conceive, what you imagine, what you put out to the universe is right at your doorstep. It is right in front of you. No matter how big or how small, it is there for you. It is this season of manifestation that is to bring you closer to center, closer to the core, closer to the understanding that all things are possible when you allow the universe to guide your existence. Many of you have been experiencing this on multiple levels. But as we speak of manifestation, it is not in the physical or solely in the physical. It is not the things that you are bringing into your personal space. But it is also what you're manifesting in the etheric. Out in the quantum web, it is where you exist. This is what is being brought to you. Yes, you're being gifted things that the universe wishes to give you. It is those things you've had on your heart. They are arriving for you. But step back a bit. Refocus yourself. And look at what the universe is providing to you without you even asking. Asking comes from the physical self. But your energetic being knows exactly what you need, exactly when it needs to be, and the universe provides. And your humanness looks upon it as, oh my goodness, the universe has just given me this. The universe has opened this door. The universe has done this for me. But in reality, you have given it to yourself. It is just the alignment between you and the universe. But this season of manifestation will continue for some time. Galactically, there is an alignment that is taking place that allows the energies to synchronize much quicker, much easier than they have before. So with all of that laid upon you, it is your time. It is your place to take it upon yourself to experience this season of manifestation. But also understand the universe will provide in the universe's time. If you wish to win the lottery, if you wish the new car, the new boat, the new home, the new job, The universe already has that lined up. But if you wish a deeper connection to self, if you wish a deeper understanding of what the universe holds for you, if you wish to understand the mystical world around you, that veil is extremely thin. And that is what is being gifted to you. You are manifesting that for yourself. All of the new experiences, all of the new wonders. So take that as the understanding. When in full alignment, when in full synchronized alignment, those things that you wish to have on the earthly plane may not have the same significance as they do now. But what you've achieved energetically, what you've achieved in understanding what is around you, what you've manifested for yourself in that realm, is everything you need. There is no price tag that goes with that. There is no amount of money. It's the wisdom and the understanding that you have gifted yourself. If there are questions, please begin.
Thank you so much for your presence this evening. Excuse me. You mentioned that there was a galactic alignment that was aiding in this manifestation process. Is that due to the planets that we're seeing more and more of the planets being in direct alignment, or perhaps the solstice, or can you elaborate, please?
The planetary alignments have a small portion of this. For you must understand, when there is a planetary alignment, it is as if there is a energetic highway that is lining up, opening and cascading out into the distance, allowing two-way communication, two-way transference of energy. But this galactic alignment, this energetic galactic alignment, is more centered around how your galaxies are lining up. Not just yours, but multiple galaxies throughout your system and others. So as they begin to line up, it is the similar path. And as they do, they open doorways or portals between them. Some that are on the same dimensional plane that you are, and others that are on other dimensional planes. So it is a very open and porous throughput. Information and wantings and yearnings that you've put out to the universe aren't just captured here within your system. They are then transmitted throughout all systems. And as they do, they then resonate with a like answer, and is then transmitted back this way to open that in your existence. Normally, when there isn't this alignment, you allow the universe to take something from you. You wish the universe something. Then the universe itself, your galactic system, it churns on it and it does broadcast it out. But if the alignment isn't there, it takes some time for it then to come back in awareness. For there is always an equal balance in this, but there is time delay in it. There is virtually no delay. It is an open pathway of communication.
Fascinating, thank you. And so if we could see those galaxies that were lining up, which galaxies would they be from ours on out? Can you name any of them?
The closest and most recognizable that you would understand would be the Andromedan system. From that, you are not aware of any others that are out further than that. That is beyond your vocabulary for understanding. But the Andromedan system would be the closest that approach that is aligned.
Awesome, thank you for that. Since we're talking about galactic stuff, Elaine was awoken in the middle of the night about a week and a half or so ago, and she noticed one being standing over her and a group of beings at the foot of the bed. Who was it that was working on her? What were they doing? And was that being related to the group that was also present?
The group that was present was from the Pleiades system. The Pleiadians were with her that evening. They were part of the word translation into your understanding. They were part of a medical team, opening pathways, removing and aligning things for specific downloads. This alignment is necessary. This process is necessary. It was purposeful that they came and they attended. They must continue their process. There is an alignment that is taking place. The downloads are being received. They are not being activated at this point. They are being placed specific points throughout the body, dormant, waiting for full activation. The medical team was there to ensure that the individual was at peace. We understand there was a bit of startlement that took place, but they indicate that they were there peacefully. But they must continue their work. They must be present to continue this work.
Awesome, thank you. And so when she was driving home from Maggie Valley and saw what looked like it could have been a ship in the sky, and then it was replaced by this beautiful heart of fire in the sky, was that also the Pleiadians drawing her attention?
That was the Arcturian council that was representing itself for her awareness. There will be a direct connection with the Arcturians as well. The Pleiadians must do their work. They must do their insertion of downloads. You must understand this. These nodes that will be placed throughout the body. These, as they become active, the messages will become clear. Each one will be represented for a different locale. Think of it as a receiver of sorts. Each one will be tuned specifically to a specific channel. That specific channel will then be tuned and turned on for reception for information. The Arcturians were making their presence known as a reminder that there is more work to be done.
Well, we thank them for that beautiful message that they gave us in the sky. That was awesome. So while we still have this connection, on Sunday when Sonia was working on me, I felt like there was some galactic upgrading or something happening. Can you tell me about that experience, please? There were 2 interactions with her. They might have been different, but the first one felt galactic.
At that particular point, in that first transmission of information, that was an alignment, a realignment of your Lyran channel. The Lyran connection needed to be refined and readjusted for clearer reception, clearer understanding. As this will become prominent in your awareness, you will begin to see a much clearer Lyran connection amongst many, and you will begin to speak directly for your Lyran counterpart.
Awesome, thank you. I feel like Chris also had something galactic going on that day, is that correct?
Confirmation and balance of an existence that has yet to be identified. This is the stage before connection, before awareness. This was allowing the galactic energies to come in and balance, clearing pathways for communication. Be prepared for a new transmission.
Awesome, thank you very much. So the next question is for whoever would like to answer. So when those of us who do light work with clients are clearing negative energies that the client sometimes refers to as an entity or an attachment or something like that, and we detach it, send it with Archangel Michael, or send it to the light, and it refuses because of, I assume, free will. Can you speak to that process? Is it true that those entities have free will? And if it's just leaving the client and free floating out there to attach to somebody else, is there anything else we need to know as practitioners about that process, please?
First, we must address your understanding of free will. Your belief of free will comes from your humanness of understanding that there is a higher power, and yet you are attuned to a specific set of outcomes. But yet you have your own choice to do what you wish at whatever particular moment. But yet you don't do those things because of your humanness and your understanding base layer of existence. Whether it is right or wrong or whatever it may be in your understanding, there is this foundational understanding that you can do what you wish, as you say, free will. And that, to a human, is correct. But from an energetic perspective, one must remove yourself from your humanness, remove yourself from your physical existence and enter into the space of being fully integrated into an energetic being. Within that space of all energy existence, whether it is the chair you sit in, the clothes you wear, or the space that you inhabit, there isn't a concept of free will. Energy does what energy does. Energy will do whatever it wishes to do. You say that there is an entity. An entity then would be that the human transitions, but yet a piece of that vibration remains behind and now has the same consciousness as that individual that has transitioned. And that transitioned energy then has free will to go about and do what they wish and stick to something or stick to someone and do certain things that it shouldn't. Conceptually, within the human framework, that is correct. But if you understand it from the energetic, the chair you sit in has the same consciousness. The chair that you sit in, if you disagree with it, can stick to you energetically if it wishes. And then you would carry around the energy of the chair, and you would have this feeling that the chair is with you. From the human perspective, one must understand this. The human mind is going to place imagery and understanding upon whatever it wishes. Energetically, yes, there are energies that are going to be more expressive. Whether that is someone that has transitioned and a piece of that energy remains behind and doesn't wish to fully transition, they're going to be expressive. They want to play in that energetic space. And they're going to, as you would perceive it, stick, connect, remain behind with someone, and cause them a bit of anguish. In reality, yes, the energy is attached, but the anguish and the emotion that is tied to that, and yes, physically you may feel that, that is all within the framework of the humanness. It is sensing that energy that is stuck, attached, remaining behind, and then putting something on it, an image, a thought, a concept. And that concept is solely that individual's framework. So if one then, as a practitioner, senses something like that, and as you say, call in archangels to remove it, or call in source to remove it, and banish it as it wishes, yes, it may remove itself from that human, but it has, as you would say, free will. If it does not want to leave this energetic space, this world, it will remain behind. You as the practitioner, just as you do with other clients, you release yourself from that particular outcome. You release yourself from that particular process. Because the more that you put into understanding or trying to understand that particular individual's connection to that particular energy, the likelihood of that energy that has been then removed being drawn into your field is quite high. And you may sense that as being slowed down. You may sense that as being lethargic. You may sense that as being something that you are just uncomfortable with. But if you don't have a framework that it is a negative energy or whatever you wish to call it, then it is just the energy that is just different than yours that you are sensing. And you too can move that energy out. So the concept of understanding of what free will is just that. It is free will for the human to do what they wish. not with the energy. Yes, you may call upon the higher beings, the higher sources, the higher vibrational beings, no matter what they are, to come in and surround that lower vibrational aspect and carry it away. And at that point, that is where you disconnect. Yes, you can say carry it off to source. You can say carry it out from this person. But at that point, that's where you disconnect. Because if that energy does not wish to fully dissolve itself back to source, it still has more to do, still has more experiences that it wants to do in the energetic plane. Playfulness, though you may not perceive it that way, that's what it is.
Well, thank you for that elaborate explanation. I appreciate that. Judy would like to know if any of you can tune in to her Ethiopian opal earrings and give her some insight as to where they might be located, please.
This energy remains very low. It is very low to the ground. Almost as if it is in contact with Mother Earth. There is there are rocks that are nearby. And water in the distance. There is separation between the two. The one relatively close to the other. And that is all.
Thank you. That's very helpful. Thank you very much. So the other Chris, who's with us tonight, is facing a bit of a transition. What advice do you have for her at this stage in her life and as she prepares for the next part of her journey? And she's curious as to when her gifts and abilities might start to turn on more obviously for her.
The transition point, this movement forward, is upon you. It is now. This, as it has been mentioned in the beginning of this season of manifestation, one must be willing to receive, one must be willing to have the eyes fully cleared and understand what is present in front of you. It may not be the obvious of what the human expects, but it is what the universe is providing directly in front of you. This transition point. It is now, it is this period now when the humanness releases, when the humanness begins to open and shed the weight of its dense self, and you begin to align fully, without doubt, with full trust, then the vision starts to clear. Have no fear in this transition point. What lies before you are a set of individuals that are going to propel you. This forward momentum that you're sensing is going to be propelled by a series of individuals. They are instrumental in unlocking what lies dormant inside. Have no fear with the transition point. Look skyward and understand the universe has aligned the appropriate pathway. There will be some falling away. There is a series of events that will take place, that there will be a falling away of individuals and falling away of things. And this lightning allows this perpetual motion forward, this momentum forward, this exponential growth. The gifts are already present, but you question. You believe there should be more. You believe that there should be much more grand than they are. But when you release from what they should be and allow yourself to experience all that is present with you, understanding your touch is very intense. Your voice carries a frequency that resonates deeply throughout one's core. But do not overthink. Do not place yourself in a point of question. Just allow and receive and surrender to those things that you are already sensing. That will then allow yourself to experience even greater gifts.
Awesome. Thank you for that. So it seems that many of us who are light workers seem to be a bit afraid of our power, about stepping into our power and reaching our highest potential. What's underlying that fear or apprehension, please?
At its very base, at its very core, you understand your full potential. Your energetic self does. Your energetic being, your energetic core, your connection to source. You are gifted with everything. Your humanness is what shields it all and only allows a portion out. But you also have the understanding, though it's locked quite tightly away in your humanness, but your humanness is quite aware that if your full potential, your full expression of gifts, all things, were to be brought to the front, your existence as a human would be no longer. You would end up being back where you began. At the point at which a human transitions, all of it is present. And so it is just that. If today you had a magic key to unlock every single gift that you knew of, and then some, you would no longer exist. The vibration and the vibratory experience that you would have would be one that the human body would be laid waste. It cannot contain it. The human is an exceptional filter, keeping all of it contained and only allowing a portion to be experienced.
Thank you. So some of the so-called apprehension is simply our mechanism for slowing that down, I guess.
And this is correct.
Awesome, thank you. So Alex believes he has an ancestral field over his heart to protect him from grief, sadness, and loss. Can you tune into that and advise him how he can release that, please?
Being acutely aware of your existence, being acutely aware of your ancestral line and your past life experiences. You are acutely aware of your challenges that you have brought into this existence. For the ancestral line has been wrought with war, fighting, survival, loss, fear. That has all been brought here to this existence. That you feel, this cloak, this shield that surrounds your heart and mitigates the humanness to express itself emotionally. It is nothing more than just a remembrance of where you've come and what has happened traumatically all throughout that ancestral line. But as the warrior that you are from past experiences and past lives, you bring that to bear here as well. So there is a combination where one feels that no emotion is the best emotion. No affect is the best place to be so I can remain strong, prominent, warrior-like. But you also understand that this cannot move forward into the future. You also understand that this circumstance of both ancestral and past life are here purposefully. You have scripted that. You've taken on that challenge. If you wish to exit yourself from this cloak, this shield, it's easier than you believe. But you must be willing then to fully engage all emotional factors throughout the physical body. And it begins by giving gratitude to every single existence, every ancestral point, every ancestral node. Naming it, understanding it, sitting with it, and allowing it to represent itself as the emotion it should have at that particular point. And as you do, you'll begin to feel it lighten. You'll begin to feel it opening. And you will understand exactly when it is cleared. But you must, if you wish to take on this challenge, you must address both ancestral and past life. Each one of the intersections that has so ingrained an emotion to encapsulate it in this existence and not allow it to be part of who you are. Once that is removed, once that is cleared, once that is released, and all emotions are reset, then look forward into the future down both lines and give gratitude to the experiences to come, each emotion, each challenge, each aspect of self. For that will prepare your existence to the future.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Is there a message for Elizabeth this evening, please?
Be present with yourself. Be present with your humanness. Take time to be fully present with your humanness and understand your humanness. Understand what it is to be human. You understand what lies beyond your humanness. You understand what guides you. You understand all of the communication that comes through you. You understand all of it. But you've not given the time to this point to fully understand the human that has brought you to this point. There may be some sadness and there will be some joy. But you must understand the humanness to be effective in all things.
Beautiful, thank you. We have a new visitor, a little possum outside in the tree. We first want to give him a message that, or her, that we simply adore him and he's welcome in our yard. Does he have a message for us though?
She wishes to express her gratitude for having a place so close with all of the energy. That's what draws her here. She feels comfortable. She feels relaxed. She also wishes to express that she will not be a nuisance, but she will tidy up the yard. She wishes to take care of the things you do not like around your yard. But she will do no harm to anything. But she does like to be greeted. So she does like when the humans do come over and say hello. She may become a bit excited when she grows up, and she says she would like to get to know you better. So she wishes to be present with all the humans.
Well, awesome. So she's not afraid then?
She is not, no.
Good. And is she alone?
Yes, yes, that is the only one there.
And so she will make her presence known once she spends more time outside of the tree to us?
Yes, she will.
Because typically we don't see them.
She will explore around your property. You may experience her around your house. But even so, she will be more inquisitive in days to come.
Awesome. Does she have a name she wishes us to call her?
Trudy.
Aww. Well, hello, Trudy, and thank you so much for that beautiful message. We're definitely going to be friends.
Thank you.
So before we close, is there any other remark that the collective or others would like to provide tonight, please?
During this time, this season, be mindful. Be aware. Be aware of the small things. For the universe is providing all the time. Be aware of the small things that take place during the day. Be aware of the small things that take place while you sleep. For you are aligning with this galactic alignment. Be aware of yourself. Be aware of the world around you. Yes, the chaos will continue. But the purpose for each and every one of you is greater than the chaos. And when you realize what the universe is providing to you, it is providing you the opportunity for a greater world. So allow yourself to receive. And do not be distracted by all the other things that are around you. The universe is aligning. You are aligning. Everyone is aligning. There is change coming.
Awesome. Thank you so very much for your presence this evening.
As always, the collective is here for your information, knowledge, and love.